Okay, so I left the Pokemon scene quite a long time ago. It was actually a little bit before the internet became a mainstream part of at least my life, which means I didn't get any whiff of the fandom when I was actually playing the game. So basically, I know first generation of Pokemon super well. I know the second generation really well, third generation well, fourth generation well, fifth generation well, and then sixth is where it gets a little bit fuzzy, but I think I still know all of them. I know practically nothing about Gen 7 and Gen 8. So one thing I thought might be fun for a video is to rank the best Gen 8 Pokemon here on tiermaker.com and basically just do it based off of whatever arbitrary reasons I come up with. Obviously, I don't know any of these Pokemon. I don't know what they do. I don't know their types. I just know what they look like, basically. And it's all going to be derived probably from that. I don't know what kind of BS I'm going to come up with, but hey, blind Pokemon ranking, right? So let's kind of get started. We've got a lot of tiers, and really annoyingly named. Let me fix this real quick. Okay, I think this is a little easier for me to digest. I don't know why people always put in like the specific criteria. Let's just stick with the simple S, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and then I've also got trash for dire situations. Sorry, it wasn't showing up for dire situations. Hopefully that doesn't come up, but it's there, okay? Let's start just from the first one listed here. This guy. I'm just gonna put him on C tier while I evaluate him. It doesn't look super detailed, doesn't look super interesting. That smile is a good personality. I don't know, he feels like a vanilla version of Gengar almost. Like, he doesn't have the ghost thing going for him. So what's actually special about him? I guess Gengar has a lot of things special about him, but design-wise, it's not super intriguing to me. Let's put that one at D tier for starters. Maybe we'll move him down as things go on. Now we got like this pony thing. That's kind of a pretty Pokemon. I do want to make note. You listening? You better be listening, okay? I'm personally not a brony. If you're a brony, I have got nothing wrong with that. But also, why? No, don't tell me why. Don't tell me anything. I'd rather not know why. It's a fine-looking Pokemon. I imagine its types are interesting. It looks maybe Fairy and Psychic or Fairy and Ice, possibly, hinted by the light blue. I have no idea, though. But let's keep that at C tier. That seems like a solid C tier. And we'll put its big boy friend over there as well. Dang, that one is dashing. It's even got a unicorn horn. But yeah, I would say solid C tier for those. This looks like Farfetch'd. Is that like an evolution of Farfetch'd? Or I've already seen Farfetch'd before, and I don't think I need an evolution form if that's what he is. Let's put him at E tier, honestly. I just don't really care for. Oh my gosh, another remake. I've seen memes of this one. I've definitely seen pictures of this one around because it's so funny. I put him on E tier just to get him on the board, but honestly, he might stay there. Who thought we need another Weezing, but this time with power stacks? But then again, the memes were pretty funny. I think it bumps it up to D tier. I have a hard time believing that this guy is better than this guy, okay? We'll put him at D tier. Another evolution form. Are they just gonna add new forms of all of the old Pokemon? Is that the dealio? Mr. Mime was already freaky to begin with, and kind of downright scary. To have an evolution form of him. He also has a baby form too, which is also creepy. Everything about Mr. Mime is creepy. I don't know. There's also, you know what? I think I'm putting that one with E tier. I just didn't need another Mr. Mime. I already didn't even really like Mr. Mime. What about this one? Now this one is definitely a Hoppip, right? Some kind of form of a Hoppip. Honestly, I kind of like the design here. It's very simple. It's very, very grayscale, obviously. But hey, the original Hoppip was simple too, and having like a color swap is kind of neat. It looks like a shiny version almost. I don't know. I'm not doing a shiny list, am I? New forms in Gmax. What the heck is a Gmax? They remade our boys Zigzagoon and Linoon, really? Are they popular enough to remake? Honestly, I don't really care for them that much. Don't fret. I'm not putting them in F tier. I don't really care about these Pokemon so much from the third generation. Although, funny enough, I think I actually like these designs a lot better than the original designs. The black and white stripes are really cool. I'm gonna bump that one up to B tier because these both look pretty sick. I like the tongue that's sticking out too. It's a nice addition. Looks like we got these two next. Again, just put them in trash for now. They're not gonna stay in trash. These, you know what? This guy right here, I could tell you right now, I like this guy a lot. He's going up to, gosh, maybe A tier, okay? The reason I like this guy a lot is because it looks like he's got a big old Santa beard. And come on, who doesn't like a big old huggable Santa-like dude? And he like walks around on his fist too, reminds you of a gorilla. Gorillas are freaking pleasant, my guy. So I'm gonna keep him at A tier. This guy, he's got a lot to learn. I don't know. I definitely like his design though. He looks similar to another Pokemon. I don't know if he's a Gmax of something. I don't even know what a Gmax is. But I think I'm going to B-max him personally and keep him at B tier. Oh, this guy's straight up a snowman. So what's neat about Snowman is that I'm actually not a snowman right now, but I do usually use snowman branding, so I feel like I should like him. Honestly, though, I like the idea of having kind of this fire-themed carrot nose. It's kind of a cool play of just having snow with fire bursting out of him. Oh, and he's got a second face down there, too, and 2 hands. You see, comparing these two specifically, like, there's just a lot more interest happening here than this one. Like, what? This is... I'm taking this guy lower, actually. I really don't like this guy very much. I don't know if I'm going to be judging like in between individual horizontal rows. I don't usually do that, so these are all considered the same for all I care. I don't know. But let's put this guy up at A tier. Honestly, I like the snowman. I like the snowman. I've definitely seen this guy before. This guy cannot be new, right? This is a Pokemon from like 5th, isn't this from 5th generation? He looks all right. I feel like there was some really interesting lore behind this guy because my visual sensors are going crazy. I've seen this guy before and I feel like there's some kind of cool lore about it. I don't know. Let's just put him at C tier right now. I don't really have anything against him. Don't really have anything for him. What in the world is this? This is a monstrosity. What even is it? I'm trying to find like a better look. These are such small pictures. It's like a leaf trap. Like one of those, like, I don't know. Like I immediately think of something Pikmin like where you walk over and then it chomps you or something. But it's also like a leaf. I don't know. This thing is weird. It's like got lily pads, but there's no water there. That's a body. Is that even a Pokemon? It's got no like living attributes to it, really, from afar at least. Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily hate it, but I don't really see anything special. Let's put it at D tier. It seems solid to me. I'm pretty sure these guys are the starters. I've definitely seen this guy around. These two not as much, but I assume this is the starters. So, not a bad looking starter. I have to say, grass starters sometimes have it rough with Gen 1 and Gen 4 kind of setting this bizarre tree and leaves on the back trend or whatnot. And I think this is a good step in the right direction. I don't think this is necessarily Trico level because Trico's a pretty cool Pokemon. So I don't know. The change is kind of nice. It kind of like takes the mix of a turtle-esque with a monkey almost, if that's a turtle shell. I guess maybe it's not. I don't know. I like him all right though. I'll put him B tier. No, let's do A tier. I like him a lot, actually. This guy, on the other hand, this guy just has that awkward second evolution pose to him. You know what I mean? Like the one that just looks a little bit weird out of the bunch. To be fair, the stage 3 doesn't look that great either. I don't like it when Pokemon include like secondary objects with it as much. Like it's okay if it's in his hand because, you know, it's like something that clings onto, but like does this guy really carry around that big drum everywhere he goes? Like every time he gets into the Pokeball, he's like, all right, let me just pick up my drum real quick, you know. Nah, a little far-fetched, I think. I'm gonna drop him down to C tier. Other than that, I kind of like his design though. Kind of the monkey with grass thing going on, and is got those cuffs just like the other Pokemon. This guy, I'm gonna keep him with C tier as well. Both of them C tier. Okay, this guy I'm pretty sure is also starter. This must be the fire starter. Okay, this one's fine. I'm gonna put this one right now immediately at B tier probably. But I saw this guy after. I'm like, oh, this is the cool kid of the bunch. I like this one. You know what? I like this evolution line. This second guy doesn't feel like some bizarre transition as much as this guy, right? So I'm gonna put him at A tier. Honestly, I think this guy's the cool one. This one's all right, but like those ears are just a little bit too big, compensating for something. And that might just be because the ears make it harder to see the detail on it because this picture is very small. But I'm going to drop him to B tier with this guy. I do like this guy though. I think so far those are pretty solid starters, I would say. Nothing I necessarily dislike. I'm going to put this guy at C tier. Very cute. I'll give it that. Very cute. But it just looks like, I don't know, like every other water starter I've seen. Like if you quickly replace that with Mudkip or Pulplip, whoever the 4th gen water starter is, and or even the 5th gen water one is bizarre too. The Oswald dude. Like, I don't know. This is just not innovative, I feel like. I could take it or leave it. I'm putting a solid C tier. It doesn't inherently look bad. Like, I wouldn't compare it to these guys. But now this guy, on the other hand, this guy looks pretty dope. By that, I mean he looks pretty doped out. Am I right, fellas? I don't know. I probably could keep him on C tier also. Actually, I like his green hands and feet. That'll bump it up to B. Sure, why not? Well, look at this guy. This guy's got some posture, a little bit of attitude. Okay, definitely more interesting than this guy. I wouldn't put him up at A tier with him necessarily, but I like him all right. I like his stance. It's a little bit. He's kind of like, you know, like I don't know what any of that means. Anyway, oh, we got to like the more squirrel-esque Pokemon. Oh, I like those cheeks. That's I like this one. He's eating nuts. He's eating nuts just all day. He's got nuts in his mouth. There's no way to make this sound right. Honestly, C tier. It's special, but not that special. Now, this guy, I like this guy's personality a lot. He looks like an animated Disney character almost. He just looks happy. It's kind of cool to see Pokemon who just always look happy, you know? It's a bit of a soft spot. Let's put him at B tier at the very least. Might move him later. Oh, okay. So my first thought when I see this guy is that, like, oh, he looks kind of like Natu, right? And this just looks like almost a cooler version of Natu. I don't know. Natu does look cool, but he's kind of basic. He's got like the green body and the feather, and it's like, okay, but at least this guy has some kind of design, albeit a pretty straightforward one. Nothing super special there, but he looks kind of neat, and it's a nice color scheme. You can't really go wrong with blue and yellow, and then of course black to separate them. Mwah, it feels great. A great way to separate two bright colors is with a dark color. And then those red eyes just makes it feel evil almost. And I kind of like that. So he's not going C tier. He's going much higher. Let's put him at A tier. I like him a lot. This guy. I can't see him super well. It looks like he's got a decent scarf, the blue bird. Kind of cool to have just like a dark blue bird like that. But I'm going to keep him at C tier for now. I don't see anything inherently special. This guy, on the other hand, this guy is somewhat interesting. It's hard to see a good picture of him. Again, maybe I can zoom in real quick. Would that help? Maybe that helped for the video too. Oh my gosh. I think that's going to help a lot. Possibly, or just help a little bit. Wait, maybe it was actually better like this. I don't know. We'll do this from now on. I like this guy, but it's, again, just nothing really special. I can see some dark red eyes. In fact, I like him less because he's all purple. Like, I don't know. They had a kind of a cool blue and black scheme going here, and even yellow up here, and then they completely dropped the yellow for these two, and then this one drops the blue, and it makes it all one color, which is a lot less interesting. In fact, I talked him down to a D tier, so let's do that. What am I even looking? What is this one? What the heck is this one? Oh, I see it now. I couldn't really tell with the white background. It's just got really big eyes. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I'm not really a big fan. I don't like how the eyes are constantly looking down, and I can't really tell the body shape so much, but its head is much bigger than its body, which makes it very unlikely that it could even stand in that position. Ugh. That's another E tier, I think. We haven't gotten really any Fs. Maybe some of these I'll find worse and drop them down to F at some point. Regular shell rock Pokemon, seen it before. Nothing super special, but I do kind of like how the rock acts as an eyebrow line and how his eyes looks a little bit more stern because of it. So it's kind of a cool way of turning some natural elements such as rocks into actual personality, which I actually kind of like. So you know what? Let's give this one... Honestly, I don't think I can put it above C, though. I just don't like it as much as any of these guys, I think. This bug dude, which I assume this guy evolves into him, so it's not a rock, it's a shell, I suppose, keeps the mean looking. I don't know, it looks kind of goofy with the big wings in the back. I honestly think I like this one less than this guy, even though the yellow stings are pretty cool. I'm going to drop him down to D tier also, I think. Okay, we got some foxes. Ooh, look at the expression on this fox. I kind of like that. It's like, how do you say that? Like he knows more than you, and he knows it, and feels disappointed to be around you, and feels like you're weighing him down in a sense. Wow, that's my kind of fox. What can I say? B tier, probably. I like him a lot. Also, I like the different colors in his ears and stuff. It's consistent. Got the white stripe to break up the too much red going on. That's what this Pokemon could have learned from right here, because he's just all purple. And this guy, I don't know. Maybe I just, in general, like the lower stage evolutions better, but I'm not feeling it as much with this guy. Maybe it's because I already get the picture with him. You know, there's a fine line between changing too much and not changing enough. And some Pokemon can kind of nail it, like this guy right here. Oh my gosh, I love this guy. But yeah, I don't think it's really doing it for me. I'm going to keep him at C tier. Oh, look at this guy. This was kind of pretty. Okay, I kind of like that a little bit, like... shielded flower Pokemon that it's spreading but still delicate, you know. Pretty decent. I like it a lot. Let's put it at, again, whenever I drop him in, that's just for reference sake, okay? Let's put him at A tier. Let's do that. I like him a lot. What can I say? Looks like this guy's carrying a lot of sprinkles on his back. I don't know if he's an evolution form of this one up here, but if it is, it's not very similar enough. I don't know. It's kind of cool that he has something that he's kind of carrying or whatnot. I put that at C tier. I also like the dark green color scheme because it's a tough one to go with, but the yellow bow really ties it together. And they were able to mix greenish yellow and brown all together, which are colors that are tough to use sometimes because they can look gross. And in this case, I don't think it really looks gross. It looks cool. Okay, so we got the sheep. I've seen the sheep before. I forget who it was, but there's a couple of other YouTubers that I follow that are very interested in the sheep specifically and getting the shiny versions of it. I believe it was Jaywitz, if I'm not mistaken, as well as RT Game Crowd, I think is what his official name is. And it's kind of a neat design. I like how it incorporates dreadlocks into a wool. So it manifests a human that we've seen before, right? And that automatically gives me some kind of connection with it. It's even got tiny little horns. I like it. Let's put that one at B tier. If not S, screw it. Let's put it at S. What we might have to end up doing is just taking the best of what I liked from A tier and put it in S tier at some point, because it's hard to just immediately see S tier. Right as I say that, look at this guy. I like this guy a lot. I like how his head is just being swallowed by this giant wool. It's just taking the play of like something that seems as harmless as a sheep and turning it into like a I'm tough, don't mind what I wear, I'm tough or whatnot. I kind of like that, right? If you picture back to Mareep and Ampharos, you know, Mareep is very fluffy and kind and stuff, and then once it evolves, it turns to Ampharos, which kind of loses all of its fur, and Flaffy for that matter, and just starts like beating the heck out of people. Looks like a boxing kangaroo almost, right? So it's you know, it kind of loses its fluffiness to become more menacing. This guy's cool because he keeps his fluffiness while still looking more menacing. Honestly, might be our first S tier. Let's do it. Why not? I really like him. S tier. Let's do it. And while we're at it, I'm gonna move this guy up to S tier as well. I love this guy. I love his fro. I love his eyes are so good. They just stare into your soul. I don't know if it can pick up on video, but it stares into your soul. Boy, they have a lot of interesting facial expressions in this one. I don't really care for it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care for it. It's got kind of like a look, and I don't know. That's all I can really pick from it, other than its pointy head. But it's you know, it's another turtle with a head that's much bigger than its body, and it makes it feel weird to have it even exist in that case scenario. Because I mean, it could support itself better than this guy. Tell you what, we'll put him at E tier, and we're actually gonna drop this guy down to F tier. I really don't like this guy. This guy, I've definitely seen this Pokemon around. I feel like, I don't know why, but I've definitely at least seen this one. He looks a lot cooler than this guy, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like what he's got with his jaw and how it breaks up his head from his belly and the rest of his body. And it also just looks a lot more menacing. It draws more attention to his teeth. And of course, he's got the horn. He looks like a nasty Pokemon to go up against, and that's exactly what they want from him, I guess. Put him up at B tier. I like him. This is probably the furthest evolution are from each other in a tier. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Look at that. I got a little doggo. Got a little doggo. Okay, I'm a sucker for doggos. You know, I can put that one at probably B tier first thought, but I don't know. The yellow's not doing it for me. It's cool to have a new color, but like that yellow is very overbearing. Your eyes get drawn to it. It's almost as big as both the other elements, which is white and brown basically. Put the tongue. I like the shape of this one a lot. I like his demeanor. I just not really feeling the colors as much, so I'm putting it at C tier. This guy, on the other hand, not nearly as appealing in the personality front, but in design, I'm kind of liking it. The yellow and green work well right here. It makes me wonder why they didn't use like yellow and green for this dog. They kind of take this like human dog aspect of having brown fur, but then they completely remove it and add the green fur. And it's like, well, if this guy was more interesting, like this guy, I don't know. I might like him more. Obviously, this color combination is nothing new. Other Pokemon have done it before too, but I'm going to put him at B tier because I like him. Okay. Woo. Look at these three dudes. Okay. This is just a rock with clusters. That's going in F tier. That's not a cool Pokemon. This guy looks goofy as all get out. I'm putting him F tier as well. This guy gets a pass in E tier, but honestly, it's like all dark with just some red lava crisp showing through like the rocks above. We've seen so many big, muscular, rocky Pokemon that it's like, it's not his fault that other Pokemon exist, but they do exist, and I can't just ignore that you're going there, my friend. This is an apple. Okay, this is trash. This is not a Pokemon. This is an apple. Just so we're clear, this is an apple. This is not a Pokemon. You can't just slap two eyes on leaves and call it a Pokemon. This is an apple. Oh, but when he turns into something that's really cool. Seeing the context of this apple being a cocoon somehow makes this Pokemon a little bit better for me. Dang, but its design is still just not something I'm into, but this one is rad. All right, this apple's lucky. It bumped it up to an E tier. It bumped it up to an E tier. It was going to go in trash, and it bumped up to E tier just because I love this concept so much. This guy, freaking A tier, man. This guy looks rad. I like the idea of using shells of its old cocoon as a wing. That's pretty dope. I like it. What? Is this guy wearing a sleep mask? Look at him. It's like another fruit thing. It's got like stuff sticking. What is this supposed to be? This looks like this is an abomination. I'll tell you that. I'm not liking this one bit. Sorry, dude. You've taken the trash tier. Maybe I would have been more kind if the apple stayed in trash tier and been like, nah, you're going in F. But some things are unfair, and this is one of the things that are unfair. I'm unfair sometimes. I know. I'm aware. I'm feeling this one, this first one, the way it's just kind of looking. It just looks like it yearns for something better. Like, is there more out there? And I kind of like that. So let's put him at B tier. Is getting pretty big. I might have to. Jeez, I got rid of a tier when I was rearranging and I might have to add it back because this is getting a little bit crazy. Nah, I'm not feeling it. That's freaking F tier. That just looks goofy as all get out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't feel bad about that one. It's got gross colors that are taking the forefront, while this one at least had the nice white to break it up more. And it didn't look like its head was like this doesn't look like fur. This looks like straight up stuck in a pool tube. While like, you know, up here, it's like, but it's because of fluff, and it's because he's a fluffy, mean Pokemon, and that's why he's S tier. And while we're at it, why not we throw... Gosh, why don't we throw Snowman in there too? These are the S tiers so far. This is blue. Okay, this guy reminds me of the giant blue bird from the Pixar short. I forget what the heck it's called. Hanging Blue or something. Blue Sky. Skybird, I don't know. The one where it's like, wah, 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 wah. That's what this guy reminds me, and that alone boosts him up to at least C tier. With regards to his actual design, that you know birds that act like this. That face is the face you see in birds. It says a lot where you're just like, ah, gosh, not another one of these birds. Because you dislike it though, and because it's familiar in the real world, that almost makes me want to bump it up to B tier. Which is ambitious, especially when we're already so full on B. I like a good fish Pokemon, and this is definitely a visually interesting fish. It's got the stripes, the brown, and the yellow, and the red. It's got a lot of different colors that don't overbear it, and I like it a lot. And honestly, not seeing anything wrong with its friend too. The fact that it takes a shell to kind of become its face, it looks like, or at the very least, it just kind of more evolves into a more menacing fish. I like them both. They're both solid. Let's throw them both in B tier because we definitely don't have enough in B tier. This is a solid C tier. I don't feel like I need to say much about this one. It's all purple. It's a guy looking down. I don't know. I'm not getting much from it. If there's not much to say, I'm going to move on. Looks like this is what he evolves into, or this. Ooh, he gets a choice. A water frog or a yellow frog. Both of these designs are good, and I think I actually like them equally. Maybe I like the yellow one a little bit more because the contrast, and naturally yellow and purple go so well together. Such as Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan at heart. What can you say? I've never seen the Lakers. Anyway, I'm gonna put these guys both at, dare I say, B tier. Shoot, B tier's getting full. You know what? I'm gonna put this guy. Let's put both the fish. I like both the fish in A tier, and dang, this guy looks really cool. I'll put him in A tier, and I'll drop this guy down to C tier on principle of it being, you know, Hop Hip or Hip Hop, whatever the heck it was called. It's called Hop Hip, I'm pretty sure.